Welcome back, everybody, to Starcraft 2 Co-op. This is Doomjuster. We'll just jump right into it. We're going to be playing as Artanis. No need to dally here and talk about essentially nothing. So today's going to be a fun day, I guess. Just kind of trying to mash out that experience. I actually haven't played since I last did the video, so this should be good. Like this guy has the right idea. Get some experience for the hero while leveling up a different one. A new one, that is. It's a pretty straightforward map, and usually there's somebody with experience playing on it as well. As you probably noticed, I have Artanis, Raynor, Phoenix, and Alarak at Mastery at level 15. The rest of them I've sort of neglected. The two closest other ones are Karax and Vorazun as well. I can't say I tend towards Swan. I'm not a very heavy mechanized person, as I already talked about in the previous episode. Dead of Night. As to why I keep playing Dead of Night, it's easy. And I haven't actually played it too often because of circumstances with I don't know what they're called.
Listen up, commanders.
I can't think of
We've
it.
got a serious level of infestation here.
With playing random. Usually it's pretty common you play certain maps, and that's it. You don't have much choice. Artanis, though, is a pretty heavy, not a heavy hitter, but a pretty easy hero to use, just because once you get him to his mastery, you get the 200, the maxed out supply, which is pretty great, honestly, and he's very effective at dropping units in rapidly. Whoop. Whoop. Damn, I keep hitting the wrong one. Where's my B button? Is that it? There we go. That said, I'm a little bit more awake today compared to the previous episode, so I shouldn't be randomly dozing off and not paying attention. I shouldn't, that is. I still could, but it's not as likely. I don't think the chrono boost works on actually works on unit training at the Nexus. At least I don't think it does. It may have a reduced effect, but see, don't I play like a professional? Just kind of standing there letting the probe sit around and do nothing. I'm not very competitive when it comes to playing Starcraft, even though I've played it for such a long time. I don't know. I consider it more of a relaxing, kickback game for me.
We're almost out of daylight. Once the sun sets, the infested will come knocking on our door.
I'm sure I probably could try harder, but what would be the reason in doing that?
That's the last of the sunlight. Our defenses have to hold until the night is over.
The other thing with Artanis is you want to use the minimal well, the minimum amount of pylons, since you don't have to worry about supply. Which for someone like me, I'm used to just kind of placing them all willy-nilly to make up for the high supply costs of units. Yeah, that was me repeatedly smashing the button to train a probe. Well, sorry, a zealot.
Solar bombardment available. Shield overcharge online.
Let's put those there. Dun 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 dun.
Our allies' base is in need of defense. Our base is besieged.
As you can see, it's pretty effective for getting units out. The other part is Artanis has some pretty good global abilities too. Oh, let's see. What did I want to do? Damn, I keep forgetting about this.
Base is under attack. Your allies' base.
Spotters are in the air. Shoot them down before they become a problem. The sun will rise any minute now. Then the infested will burn away.
I don't know why I didn't throw that down
Time to
earlier.
get to work. We have to burn away enough of the infestation before the day ends. Start with the structures I've marked.
And I always endeavor to be as inefficient as possible. May as well just throw this over here. See, for example,
The enemy has attacked our allies.
I like the clicking of my button, that's why. And we'll just drop that there. No reason to not.
By your will. Our allies are under assault.
The enemy has 20 units. We will need detection.
Sending you the coordinates for more structures.
So that's going. Let's get Whirlwind. And yeah, let's do it that order. Just drop that on that. That said, I do really like this game mode just because it gives you a bit more of a dynamic with your unique enemies and all that fun stuff.
Our allies are under assault. confirmed. Upgrade complete.
I've played the actual Left 4 Dead mod quite a few times too.
Our research has concluded.
Don't go on
Well,
too far. There isn't much
Night
time
what is
left
it?
in the
What
day.
is this called again?
There's still a lot
What
of
was the
infestation left.
mod called?
We'll get every
Is it
last bit
Night of the
it.
Dead? Whatever it happens to be called, I've played it quite a few times. I suppose it's probably part of it being available even if you're playing single
Lot of dead
player.
out there. Make sure that we don't join them.
I'm going to build up a zealot stockpile. Let's see. Once I get to a certain point, I plan to just sort of charge out throughout the night.
The enemy
With Artanis, you can just mass so many units, so...
the glory of battle.
Alright, step back.
Receiving. Our allies' base is in need of defense.
Let's charge it. As my frames die because it's just too much spinning going on.
Looks like they're trying to tear down a barricade. We call these ones kaboomers. They spit acid, and they explode when they die.
And
Our forces have finished.
yeah, sorry, not Alarak. Artanis paired with, some sort of healer units is pretty powerful. But just look at this. Look. They keep taking turns and
The enemy dares to attack our base.
being
The enemy
little
has
tornadoes. And
your allies' base is besieged.
You sure you want to do that at night, Commanders? The infested will be here any minute.
that was a satisfying little charge.
Mitoga.
I don't even know why I consider it a little charge. It was a pretty substantial push by those zealots. They'll be remembered forever, even if they all die.
Looks like Amon wants a piece
Yep,
of us
for example.
too. Get those defenses in place.
Karax is pretty good at this map too, just because his ability to drop down defensive emplacements and have heavy range on his Kadarin towers.
It's almost sunrise.
See, during that entire time, I should have been doing upgrades, but
Has attacked our allies.
Let's get to work, Commanders. We have to burn enough of the infestation today so that we don't fall behind.
Ula Sadari. Engaging foe.
that said, Vorazun should be able to... Actually would have gone pretty heavy on, like,
Detecting more
Dark
structures
Templars.
at this location.
If I recall, the Dark Templars eventually get an ability where they can teleport back home, though. Now I think about it, it's just a level 2.
The enemy has attacked our allies.
This probably wouldn't have that quite yet.
Activating emergency shields.
You have done well,
Allies are
friend.
under assault. Your allies are in battle. Mitoga.
I don't intend for them to survive. If they
Not
die,
done
they
yet,
die.
Commanders. Here's some more structures to burn out.
Your allies are in battle.
Let's reinforce that, make sure that their power grid doesn't drop down.
Our forces have
Let's do
finished
likewise
upgrading.
right there. Should build some photon cannons over here. Wonder why they named them photon cannons. It's because they shoot little balls of light, or what's the reasoning behind that?
Justice be done. Receiving.
Whoops. Let's go attack up this way.
Looks like we can find additional structures here.
The enemy has attacked our allies.
One of those things I like with, I think it's Night of the Dead. One of those things I like with playing the mod, well, the arcade map,
Make
is
the most
that
of the day, commanders.
if you play it solo, it gives you control of both the bases. So you can essentially
Our allies are under assault. Confirmed. Nope tie. Nope tie.
Another night, another fight. Keep them out of our base. Like the hustle, but I'd advise against it.
yeah, I think I got it.
It'll be easier to take out the structures in the daytime. I'm detecting a virophage in the field. Killing it could prevent future infestations, but we'll have to attack it at night. Don't worry if you can't kill the
Ready for a
virophage
mission?
tonight. Sure,
It's
it'll
a
be back
suicide
tomorrow.
mission, but these zealots will get it done.
Engaging foe. We are the blades of iron.
I'm seeing the infested gather at one of the barricades.
Oh no, not the infested.
Your allies are in battle.
The neat thing with Artanis is you can also do this stuff, and they're instantly ready to go.
Don't get too bold out there. If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost.
Engaging foe. Ula Sadar embrace the glory of battle.
Yeah, I was close to
You
destroying
just
it.
saved me a lot of trouble, commanders. I was gonna send a crew to exterminate that thing after this mission.
Your allies' base is besieged. Glory of battle. We embrace the glory.
Don't get too bold out there. If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost.
I'm probably not
We've
being
got a
like
barricade
incredibly
taking some damage
efficient
here.
with my troops, but
Our allies
it
are
more than likely has an effect.
Enemy Nidus worm detected.
the enemy advances on our allies' base. Your allies are in battle. The enemy has attacked.
They're all going to die pretty quickly.
The battle has turned against my warriors.
Your allies' base is in
You
need
sure
of
you want to do that at night, commanders?
stupid
The
spotters,
infested will be here
Jesus.
any minute. Are you kidding me? Amon wants to attack us now too? Perfect.
Our allies are the enemy advances on our allies' base.
Yeah, you can't get rid of this power field. Well, you could stop them from attacking, yeah.
Our allies are under assault.
The infested can attack us all they want. Soon, it's gonna be our turn.
The enemy has attacked our ally. Upgrade complete.
Do, 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 do.
Base is under attack. allies are in battle.
Come down here, little probe. I need you to
I've got another
go
sector with
do some
structures on my
things.
scanners.
Good old Probius. Probius Prime.
Our allies are under assault now.
I owe you a great debt.
How much damage do these zealots do? Is it just 20 or something like that? Yeah.
About half of the infestation has been cleared out. Don't give up.
20 is a decent amount of damage.
Looks like we can find additional structures here.
Let's see. Should get him working on
Are in battle.
these.
The enemy has attacked our allies.
Again, the intelligent thing would probably just be to get a bunch of zealots to hold this, but
Your allies are in
and simply just not send them running off to die somewhere. There's some stupid cloaked enemy over there, of course.
We're not done
I've never
yet,
been good
Commanders.
with
Here's some more
handling,
structures to burn
well,
out.
dealing with cloaked units, unless I'm actually playing a multiplayer match, which is rare.
For Artanis.
Let's clear out that real quick.
Attack our allies.
We've burned out almost all of the infestation. Let's finish the job. Looks like the sun's about to set. Get ready for nightfall.
With this out of the way, you should be pretty much set for dealing with the enemy. What I'm going to end up doing is just massing my units on this side and then charging in while holding back the enemies.
We're in for a rough night, but I
Well,
know we can survive it.
Does that make any sense? Like,
Like the
I
hustle,
didn't explain it well, but essentially what I want to
advise
do is
against it, Commanders. It'll be easier to take out
take,
the structures in the daytime.
take all my units that would be defending this side and then sending them out through this area to go attack.
Don't get too bold out there. If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost.
Allies are in battle.
If only I had more minerals.
Detecting enemy Nidus worm.
That should be good.
The enemy has attacked our allies. Base is under attack. Our allies are under assault.
My warriors could not.
See, now I'm like left with only 10 zealots. And they die pretty quick.
Our base is
Like the
besieged.
hustle. But I'd advise against it, Commanders. It'll
GG.
be easier to take out the structures in the daytime.
The enemy dares to attack our base. The enemy dares to attack our base. Our allies are under
Activating
assault.
shields.
An excellent battle.
Your allies' base is besieged.
You sure you want to do that at night, Commanders? The infested will be here any minute.
The enemy has attacked our allies.
That's the last of it. The planet's saved, Commanders, and we have you to thank.
And there you go. Yay, another Starcraft 2 co-op victory. It brings such pride to my heart, considering I was only playing on hard, and it's a pretty easy map, and I don't know. I have fun with it. Solar Fury. I did get that achievement at least, though. Yeah, there's some of the maps where they're easier to do with some of the achievements. Let's see, what's this one? Apparently I didn't click it. That's that one. Kill 50 units with a single strike of Artanis' solar bombardment on hard difficulty. Kill 50 units with Artanis' orbital strike. And then you get that. So I guess I'll do that at some point. I always love the kill count too, though. Killed 1,556. 207 units produced, so I went through my supply limit like twice, roughly. Resources, I expected myself to be lower. They have, well, he probably doesn't have the auto Vespin yet, but I've never been pretty good with handling resources. I surprise myself every once in a while. Killed the least amount of structures. Absorbed the most shield, of course, but it's the perks of me being able to decide when to use it. Spear of Doom was decent damage. I've done more with Phoenix on his own, though. Damage been dealt by cloaked units, its own power with his units, because the pylons. So that's a wrap for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I'll eventually do some other things like multiplayer or arcade. I don't know, something. I may do some campaign stuff just for kicks, but until then, this is Doom Jester signing off. I hope you all have a good one.